Hello everybody, welcome back to today's video. Today we will be creating a Spigot update checker inside of our tutorial series plugin. This is a coding tutorial video, so let's get started. Alright, so starting off straight away is recently Spigot disabled their old API, so a lot of people's update checkers broke. But today I'm going to show you how you can code your own inside your project, which will work with the up-to-date API and all of this good things. So first thing we're going to need inside of our project, and we can create a new place for this, and we can create a new package. We'll name this like utilities or something. And inside here, we're going to create a Java class called update checker. It doesn't have to be called update checker, but to make it a little unique and easy to recognize, I recommend calling it update checker. The first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to define a few things in case for this new method that they're using, or for the method we're going to be using. So we're going to do a private. We're just going to name the main class as plugin, so we can actually call the main class from this class. So you can just import the class. Whatever your main class is called, just import it here. You're also going to need a private integer, and this one's going to be called the resource ID. The reason we're going to need this is because we're going to need to actually detect from Spigot what the resource ID is. In this case, I misspelled resource, but that's fine. Because I'll just fix it right there. Then we're going to actually need to create a public method here, which is going to be get these things from the main class or wherever else we're going to be having it. In this case, it's going to be main plugin, because our main class is called main, and then it's going to be integer for a resource ID. Just like this. That's all you have to do. Actually put brackets around that rather than circles. Rather than... Oh god, I can't speak today. Rather than the circles instead of the circles? Parentheses. Not parentheses. It's something. Clearly I can't speak. Then you add the bracket to the end of here, and then you go down there. Just like that. Don't know why that's erroring, because I forgot to put the class name here. So you have to do public, and then space the class name. In this case, it's update checker. There's the fix for that. And then you can do this dot plugin or plugin equals plugin. And then this dot resource ID equals resource ID, just like that. That's all you have to do for this little place up here. And then we're actually going to get the latest version of the plugin using the Spigot API. In this case, we're going to do public void, and this is going to be get latest version, because that's exactly what we're going to be doing. And it's going to be a consumer, and you don't really have to worry about what this means. I'll put the code in GitHub down below, and it's going to be a string, and it's going to be another consumer. So that's all you have to do right there in this little area, and you can import that, and we're going to create something new here. In this case, we're going to create a bucket scheduler. Now, I didn't really go over this in the last few videos. I'll do a more up-to-date version of how to use schedulers and all of this in a future video, but I won't be going into detail here because this is just going to be doing it on the newest, just to create a new update checker. I can't speak today, apparently. So we're going to try a input stream, just like this. And this input stream will be an input stream. You can just define that again. And it's going to be getting a new URL. And this URL is actually going to be Spigot's API. Now, I'll include this down below. And I'm just going to copy this URL. And you're going to place the URL inside of parentheses. I forgot to make it. That's parentheses. You're going to put it inside of parentheses. And then you're going to do a plus sign. And it's going to be this dot resource ID. And then you're going to go outside the parentheses and do open stream. Just like that. That's all you have to do for this one. And then I'm just going to make a comma there. Then below that, I don't know why that's erroring. I'll take a look at that in a minute. I think there's an extra circle. Yes, there's an extra circle there. There we go. So next we're going to do scanner, and that's going to equal new scanner, and then it's going to be the input stream. Just like that. That's all you have to do. Don't know why URL is add catch clause. That's what we're about to do. So we're about to actually add the catch clause. But first, we're going to do something with this new scanner. If scanner, can't spell today, dot has next, we are going to consumer dot accept scanner dot next, just like this. You don't really have to worry about what this means. I believe this is just adding something. I'll fix that in a minute. You don't really have to worry about that, what that means. But the next thing we're going to do is add a catch statement, because that's what this is what everything's yelling at us about, and this will be an IO exception. And you can just put E here. And this IO exception will be, actually have to type, I'll type I'll just put E. But let's see, we have an error, and I'm going to figure out what this error is, because I probably did something wrong, mistakenly. I'm going to get some water, I'll be right back. Alright, some water and a quick realization later, it actually is not a colon here, it's actually a out bracket, which is the reason this completely broke. So you can, sorry about that, I was a little out of it for a second there. So you just added an out bracket, and then we can continue with this. So it's going to be an exception down here. IL exception. You can just type lowercase exception because you don't need an uppercase exception. And this will be this dot. You can just do this dot plugin or plugin dot get logger, whatever you want to do. Get logger dot info, and we can just say cannot look for updates, or update checker is broken, can't find an update, or something like that. And then you can do plus exception dot get message. I'll fix the errors in a moment, but that's all you have to do. And then you can do bracket, and then bracket down here, and then closed circle, closed, can't remember what those things are. Closed thing, other closed thing, other closed thing. So it's not that bad. God, I can't speak today. But we do have some errors, so I'm going to go ahead and look through here, figure out what the heck I did wrong, and let's find it. So let's see. I got the bucket.schedule, and we keep this here. Bucket.schedule, we're going to get the plugin, and it's going to go down. We're going to try the input stream of the new URL, and the URL is the Spigot update plus the resource ID, and then we open the stream, and we close that bracket thing. And then we have a scanner, and the scanner is a new scanner of the input stream. We are missing a circle here, there we go. That's what we were doing. We were missing a circle right here, or someone's going to yell at me in the comments, I know, and be like, that's not a circle, that is I forgot what it is. It's like a close print. Ugh. God, I cannot think today. But that's all we have to do for this class alone. Now we can go back to our main class and actually use this in action. One thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and we're going to use this class in our on enable here, and we're going to use this by going to make a new, and we're going to call the class, which would be update checker, and it's going to be the plugin would be this, and then this is where you're going to put your resource ID. For example, I'm going to use the resource ID of one of my resources, which is 153460, and then we're going to do .get latest version, and then the version is going to be, then you can just do this, and then we're going to actually do something here. So we're going to bring this down, and you can see that automatically fixes that. And then if it's going to be if this dot get description, I can't type today, description, I may have typed this wrong, dot get latest version dot equals ignore case version, then we're going to say this, or logger dot log, and we're just going to say plugin level, plugin is up to date. Up to date. I really can't type today, apparently. And of course, I mistakenly did this because we have our custom logger system in here. Log dot info, or we can do dot success, and it just deleted what I did, didn't it? Yes, it did. Success, comma, and then we can just do the message, which is plugin, oh my god, is up to date. Is up to date. I can't type, apparently. I can't type today for some reason. So we do have an error here, and I don't know why get description is erroring. That should work. Sometimes I don't like, okay, I'll fix that in a minute. And then else you can do the plugin has an update or something. I cannot type clearly. Oh my god. I cannot type clearly today. But this will work. And then you can say, same thing. We can just copy the plugin up to date down here, but make it error and make it say plugin like has an update or something like that. And then it will find an update and tell the players, hey, update this. You need to update it. Yeah. So I don't know why get description isn't working. That should work, unless I typed description wrong, which I did. Clearly. Okay, fun. I can't type, apparently. And it's not get latest version, it's get version. So apparently I cannot type today, but that is fine. So there we go. Now that's actually going to work. So we're going to do the update checker. It's going to check this resource ID. Now in order to get the Spigot resource ID, I'm going to pull up an example of that to show you. So your Spigot resource ID, if you click on any of the resources inside of Spigot, it's there's the last few numbers here, 53460. You can see that's the one I'm using for here. 53460 is right here. So you just take that from the end of the URL, and you can use that in any update checker. Now you can build the project, and we can actually test if what we did worked. And we're going to be pushing this to GitHub and name it update checker. And this is just, you always want to back up your projects to GitHub, just so you don't lose them and nothing happens to them. So go ahead and back it up. I'm going to load this into a server, and we can test if what we did worked perfectly fine. Alright, so my server is starting up, and we're going to see if it worked perfectly. And you can see that when it is, it's loaded up, it says enabled tutorial 1 version 0.15. Plugin is loading, commands are loading, and you can see the plugin is loaded. But then down here it says error, the plugin has an update. The reason it's saying that is because on Spigot, LuckPerm's GUI, the one I'm getting this little thing from, is version 3.4. So, you know, it's checking for an update, and it's saying, hey, version 3.4 is out, but you're only on 0.15. There has to be an update, even though there's not, because this plugin isn't the one on Spigot. If I change this version of the plugin in the plugin.yml to 3.04, we can do that right now. And this is getting the project version from the pom.xml, so we'll go ahead and change it in here. And we can change this to 3.04, and I believe that's what it is on Spigot, unless it's 3.4. It's just 3.4, so it's just, if we change it to 3.4, I rebuild the project and I drag it into the folder again and restart the server, you'll see that it will actually send a plugin up-to-date message. So we can go ahead and drag this into our plugins folder and reload or restart our server. For us, we can reload. And you can say plugin is up-to-date, success, because our version number matches the one that is on Spigot. So that is how you make it. Obviously, you would want to make it more in-depth of what plugin this is, like tutorial 1 is up to date or something. You can do that using the console, and you can just add like a prefix to it to make it a little easier to see. But that is pretty much how you do this. The code for this tutorial is on GitHub. We also have a private repository just for the code in this video. So if both of the links in that is down in the description. We also include the code for an example join event update checker. So when a player joins the server, they'll get a notification. All that will be available in the description and 2 links. Obviously, join our Discord if you need help or anything. And hopefully this comes in handy for you for the future. I'm happy to be getting back to coding videos, and I hope to do more soon. So stay tuned. Goodbye.